What's good, people? How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, please do subscribe down below, smash the like, hit the bell. Those things help out a lot. YouTube does notify people when we upload, and they've been age restricting a lot of our videos, so make sure you hit that bell. Anyway guys, today we got a dope episode for you. It's all about monster cropping. A lot of people know what monster cropping is, but some people don't, and some people don't know how to do it properly. So today we're going to break down everything when it comes to monster cropping. Now, monster cropping is a training method that allows for continuous harvests without keeping a mother plant. It's freaking awesome. Monster cropping is basically taking a clone from a flowering plant. Clones from flowering plants become dense monsters with huge yields. So in today's episode, we're going to go through the advantages, the disadvantages, and how you can monster crop indoors and outdoors. Don't worry, outdoor growers, we got love for you as well. So monster cropping works indoors, outdoors, soil, cocoa, DWC, it doesn't matter. So it applies to everyone. Okay guys? Now before we get into that guys, we just want to let you know that we have launched our Patreon. We've got a few patrons on there. We'll be posting exclusive plant videos, behind the scenes content, raw unedited footage. I'm gonna be showing you all of my bad grows, all my good grows, all my past horrible stuff. So if you guys want to laugh at me, you can definitely head over there, have a good laugh, and I'm gonna post loads of info on there as well, because as you guys know, YouTube is really not friendly when it comes to showing my plants. They age restrict me, they shadow ban me, they strike me, they demonetize me, they do everything to me guys, but we're not gonna let them win. So if you want to support us, you can head over to Patreon, and you can support for as little as 1 cup of coffee for a whole month. There are lots of other tiers as well with dope perks, so definitely check it out, man. We really appreciate your support, man. We can't do it without you guys, so thank you guys so much. And I just want to thank everyone that's been showing love, smashing the like button, dropping comments, hitting the bell, sharing the videos, man. Those things really help out a lot. And all the members of the I Can Bean Club, man, thank you guys so much as well, man. You guys freaking rock. For more information on the I Can Seed Club, check out links in the description below. Patreon's down there as well. But guys, without further ado, let's get into today's episode. Yes guys, so you ready to learn about monster cropping your plants for maximum yields and efficiency? Because I am. Now if you're a home grower, the following situation may sound familiar. Think of it this way. Your tent is filled to the brim so your plants can collect all the light possible. Some plants are in the veg stage, a few are in flowering stage. There may even be one giant mother plant taking up lots of room, lots of energy and air, lots of those vital resources. Let's do something about that. Monster cropping to the rescue. So what exactly is monster cropping? Monster cropping is a plant training technique that can help you grow more efficiently. In essence, it involves taking a flowering clone and reverting it back to the veg stage to capitalize on dense bushy growth. With this method, you don't need to keep a mother plant to ensure continuous harvest. We all know keeping a mother plant can become pretty tedious sometimes. And the good thing about monster cropping is that when you combine it with other forms of plant training like scrogging, you can increase your yields massively while cutting down on your energy costs. Monster cropping can be performed indoors, outdoors, in a greenhouse. It can be performed anywhere. Now we dropped a video recently all about scrogging, how to make a scrog at home with a few simple materials, so definitely check that video out if you haven't already. So all that said, you may be wondering, why is monster cropping so awesome in the first place? What exactly does it do to my plant? Well, one principle behind nearly every plant training technique is stress. If it's done right, it's a good thing. Controlled stress on your plants can promote some dope growing characteristics. You can make plants grow in different shapes, sizes, develop more bud sites. It's really awesome. A lot of times stressing your plants out encourages their natural defenses to jump into action, and what that means is that they basically go into turbo mode with maximum terpene production, which results in a more aromatic and smelly final product. Better quality. Training techniques that involve damaging plants like pruning or taking cuttings inflict a considerable amount of stress on your plants, and those plants will need time to recover. Now because of that, methods like monster cropping are used on photoperiod plants mostly. Now monster cropping differs from super cropping. Super cropping is a training technique where you slightly squeeze the sides of the branches so you damage that tissue in a controlled manner and you bend it over. That way you can help manipulate the shape of the plant. Now monster cropping differs in one important aspect from the other high stress training techniques like super cropping. It doesn't impact the growth of your current plant, but instead you take clones from mature flowering plants and those clones are then reverted back to the veg stage. You get me? So is monster cropping actually worth it? Is it always worth it? Maybe not. But monster cropping may or may not work great for you. It all depends on your setup, your strains, and your experience. For instance, it doesn't work with autoflowers and it's not optimal for strains that grow very short or too slow. And as with everything in life, there are pros and cons to monster cropping. So let's go through those now. There are 3 main advantages when it comes to monster cropping. Get continuous harvest and no need to keep mothers. With monster cropping, you don't need to keep a mother plant around for continuous harvest, and that can be a headache. You're taking clones from flowering plants, so there's no need for a dedicated mother room. That way you can make better use of your growing growing space, lights, and air. Now monster cropping also maximizes yields. When you re-veg flowering clones, they grow monstrous, dude. Your re-veg grows will become extremely bushy with more side branches. More branches with more flowers exposed to more lights means bigger yields. The bushy growth also allows you to more effectively fill your grow space. And another big advantage is that monster cropping works hand in hand with a lot of other training techniques. For even better results, you can combine monster cropping with other training techniques like topping, filming, lollipopping, LST, super cropping, and that way you can easily fill a small tent with one giant monster. Absolute best results, I suggest trying a Scrog screen. Check out my Scrog video, like I said. Now, like with everything in life, it's not all rainbows and sunshines, because there are some disadvantages as well. Probably the absolute biggest disadvantage is that it doesn't work with autoflowers. Autoflowers can't be re-vegged, which means that monster cropping is a no-go. On that note, taking monster crop clones from too small or slow photoperiod strains, like I said, isn't the best idea either. Now, monster cropping is essentially a propagation technique. Not all cuttings will be successful. Compared to clones from vegging plants, clones from flowering plants have a lower success rate. Since some just won't root, they may just rot instead. You should always take some extra cuttings. If you aren't following me on Instagram, check me out on Instagram, because I always take extra cuttings and I just toss the bad ones. You can compost those babies. Now, if you have a low success rate, don't get too disheartened. Even expert growers have a hard time getting all their flowering close to root, so expect some losses. Now, another huge downside to monster cropping is that it can take time. Cutting clones, waiting for them to root, and then re-vegging them for a few weeks means that it'll take longer until you can harvest your girls. So if you're pressed for time, monster cropping may not be what you want to do. Now, all that said, monster cropping definitely increases your yields. It's hard to give an exact figure on how much monster cropping can increase yields, because this relies on a variety of factors, like your experience is definitely one of them, the size of the plant, the grow space, the lights, all that stuff. Some growers like to let cuttings veg into large bushes before encouraging lateral growth with repeated toppings, super croppings, and training, and then they place them under a Scrog screen. But you got options. You got different types of training methods that you can use, and you could always try the Scrog method as well. But monster cropping doesn't only give you an increased yield. Don't forget that monster cropping also provides another advantage. You can harvest multiple times. This by itself is a huge factor, because that could save a lot of growers money on genetics. Now, a lot of growers say it's best to take your clones at about 2 or 3 weeks into flowering, but I've taken them much later and had good success as well. Drop a comment down below if you've ever taken monster crop clones, at what stage of flowering you've taken them. Was it week 2? Was it week 10? Like, just let me know. Now, if you want to see exactly how I monster crop my plants, when and how and where I took the cuttings and what hormones I used and stuff like that, definitely check out my video on my channel. It's got over 100,000 views, so a lot of people have checked it out, and it's helped a lot of people. That video is where it's at, so I'm gonna put a link to it right here, or here. It'll be somewhere on screen. Now, monster cropping is all about maximizing lateral growth from shorter plants. That makes the Scrog method or the screen of green a perfect training method to go with. Installing a net over the canopy will increase the horizontal growth even further as you weave the branches through the mesh. The Scrog will encourage an even canopy so that your plants can make the best use of available light. The result? Tons and tons of fat ass flowers. So there are definitely a lot of pros when it comes to monster cropping. Now, have you ever monster cropped before? Taking clones, getting them to root, topping, scrogging, all those stuff aren't exactly for the beginner grower. But on the other hand, monster cropping may just be what experienced growers need to push production to that next level. It's one of the best ways to take full advantage of your available grow space. So if you've got the skills and you're not afraid to try something different, you should definitely try out monster cropping. Rest assured, the results will be worth it. So if you've ever done monster cropping, drop a comment down below and let me know how it turned out for you. Did you get bigger plants? Did you get bushier plants? How did it turn out? What training method did you use with it? I want to know everything, guys. So smash the freaking like for monster cropping and huge ass yields. Don't forget to check out our Patreon. We'll be posting a lot of behind the scenes content on there. I'm actually about to go do something right now and post it up, so definitely check that shit out. But wait, first, check out this video right here and this video right here, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace, fam.